If you're a man navigating life beyond the age of 60, this information could be profoundly life-altering. The often unspoken challenges of prostate problems are, unfortunately, becoming an increasingly common narrative among older men. Conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or an enlarged prostate can creep up, with many individuals not even realizing how their ingrained daily habits are quietly exacerbating the situation. Perhaps you've noticed an unsettling increase in the frequency of urination, a frustrating difficulty in starting or stopping your urinary stream, or even the unwelcome interruption of sleep due to nighttime bathroom visits. These are classic telltale signs that your prostate may be silently, progressively enlarging. But here's a crucial truth often overlooked. This isn't solely an inevitable consequence of aging. While age is a factor, the lifestyle choices you make, the things you do every single day, play a monumental role. As a medical professional, I've witnessed firsthand the remarkable transformations men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s can achieve, living vibrant, pain-free, and healthy lives simply by identifying and modifying a few key habits. Conversely, I've also seen the profound suffering of others who, tragically, ignored these early warning signs, allowing preventable issues to escalate. This comprehensive guide is designed not to instill fear, but to empower you with the precise tools and essential knowledge to actively protect and enhance your prostate health. We will delve into 10 everyday habits that can slowly, insidiously contribute to prostate enlargement. Pay close attention, as the number one habit on this list is often the most overlooked, yet potentially the most dangerous of all. By the conclusion of our discussion, you will gain a clear understanding of how to naturally and safely halt and even potentially reverse prostate growth. So, I urge you to watch this, or read this, through to the very end, and please consider sharing this vital information with anyone in your life who might benefit from it. Let's begin our countdown of the 10 habits that may be enlarging your prostate right now without you even realizing it. Habit 10. Ignoring thirst and staying dehydrated. The silent irritant. It might seem counterintuitive, especially if frequent urination is already a concern, but not drinking enough water can quietly and significantly affect your prostate's well-being. Many seniors consciously or unconsciously reduce their fluid intake, particularly in the evenings, in an attempt to minimize bathroom trips, especially during the night. However, this seemingly logical habit can backfire. When your body is dehydrated, your urine becomes more concentrated. This highly concentrated urine acts as an irritant to the delicate lining of the bladder. The prostate gland, situated just beneath the bladder, is intimately connected to it. When the bladder is stressed and irritated, it often transmits this pressure and inflammation to the prostate. Chronic dehydration doesn't just stop at irritation. It creates a systemic environment conducive to inflammation, and inflammation is a primary catalyst for prostate enlargement. Furthermore, many medications commonly prescribed to seniors, for conditions ranging from hypertension to arthritis, can have diuretic effects or otherwise contribute to dehydration. If fluid intake isn't consciously managed to counteract this, the problem is compounded. A dehydrated body also struggles to efficiently flush out toxins, leading to their accumulation, particularly within the urinary tract. This places an additional burden on the entire system, including the prostate. Over many years, this slow, cumulative damage can manifest as an enlarged prostate and the cascade of urinary issues that accompany it. The fix. The solution is elegantly simple yet profoundly effective. Make a conscious effort to drink water consistently throughout the day, preferably in small, regular amounts. Don't wait until you feel overtly thirsty, as thirst is often a late indicator of dehydration. Aim for your urine to be a clear or very light yellow hue. This is a good visual sign that you're well hydrated. Staying properly hydrated keeps your bladder calm, reduces the inflammatory pressure on the prostate, and helps prevent unnecessary swelling. Don't avoid water out of fear. Instead, embrace it as a natural, powerful shield to support and protect your prostate health for many years to come. Habit 9. Sitting for long hours without movement. The pressure cooker effect. That comfortable recliner or familiar office chair might be a source of relaxation, but too much uninterrupted sitting could be insidiously harming your prostate. When you remain seated for extended periods, especially without incorporating regular breaks for movement, you're subjecting your pelvic area to constant, unyielding pressure. The sustained pressure has a detrimental effect on blood circulation to your lower body, critically including your prostate gland. Over time, this compromised blood flow, also known as ischemia, leads to a state of chronic low-grade inflammation and can directly contribute to the progressive enlargement of the prostate. Seniors who find themselves spending many hours sitting, whether it's engrossed in television, working diligently at a desk, or lost in the pages of a good book, are inadvertently placing themselves at a higher risk for urinary and prostate-related issues. It's crucial to understand that this isn't about demonizing rest or avoiding relaxation. It's about the importance of frequently interrupting prolonged static postures. Your pelvic floor muscles, which play a vital role in urinary control and bladder emptying, also tend to weaken when they remain inactive for long stretches. This weakness can make it significantly harder to fully empty your bladder, leading to residual urine being left behind. This stagnant urine then becomes a further irritant to the bladder and, by extension, the prostate. The fix. A remarkably simple yet impactful habit is to stand up at least every 30 to 60 minutes and take a short walk, even if it's just for a minute or two around the room. Incorporating gentle stretching, light walking, or even a few purposeful steps around the house can do wonders to keep blood flowing freely and relieve the accumulated pressure. Don't allow a quiet, sedentary lifestyle to inadvertently create a noisy, disruptive health problem later on. A little movement now can go an incredibly long way in keeping your prostate calm, healthy, and functioning smoothly. Habit 8. Drinking too much caffeine, the overstimulator. Many seniors cherish their morning cup of coffee or a comforting cup of tea in the afternoon. While these rituals can be enjoyable, an excessive intake of caffeine throughout the day can act as a significant irritant to both your prostate and bladder. Caffeine is a well-known diuretic, meaning it actively increases urine production. This forces your bladder to work harder and fill more frequently. Beyond this, caffeine can also cause the smooth muscles around the bladder to contract more often and sometimes more forcefully than usual, leading to symptoms of urinary urgency and, in some cases, leakage. For an individual already contending with a sensitive or enlarged prostate, this additional pressure and bladder overactivity is a significant problem. But caffeine's impact doesn't stop there. It also has a constricting effect on the muscles in the neck of the bladder, the very sphincter that controls the outflow of urine. When these muscles are tightened, it becomes more challenging to empty the bladder completely. This often results in more urine remaining in the bladder post-voiding, putting even more sustained strain on the prostate gland. The cumulative result is often increased inflammation, more frequent and urgent bathroom visits, and a general state of discomfort. While one small, thoughtfully consumed cup of coffee is usually fine for most, habitually drinking multiple cups of strong coffee, potent black tea, or highly caffeinated energy drinks throughout the day quickly adds up, overwhelming the system. The fix. The key here is moderation. Experiment by switching to decaffeinated coffee or soothing herbal teas, like chamomile or peppermint, after your initial caffeinated beverage. Observe if your urinary symptoms show any improvement. Small, mindful changes like this can provide your prostate with the crucial break it needs. It's not about entirely giving up your favorite beverages. It's about striking a healthier balance between enjoyment and long-term prostate health and comfort. Habit 7. Eating spicy and heavily processed foods daily. The inflammatory instigators. Many older adults have a well-developed palate and enjoy flavorful, zesty food. However, a diet consistently high in spicy ingredients and heavily processed foods can quietly yet persistently irritate your prostate. Pungent, spicy ingredients such as chili peppers, black pepper, and various hot sauces contain compounds like capsaicin, which, while offering some health benefits in moderation, can increase inflammation throughout your body, including within the delicate tissues of the prostate gland. While an occasional spicy meal is unlikely to cause significant harm, regular consumption, especially if your prostate is already enlarged or sensitive, can lead to ongoing irritation and exacerbate symptoms. Processed foods, on the other hand, represent a different category of dietary offenders. These items are often laden with artificial preservatives, synthetic flavors, excessive sodium, and unhealthy trans or saturated fats. These ingredients do little to support your overall health and, in fact, can silently damage it over time. High salt intake, for instance, promotes water retention, which can increase blood volume and put extra pressure on your entire urinary system. Foods like potato chips, canned processed meats, many frozen dinners, and most fast food options can also disrupt your body's delicate hormonal balance, particularly impacting testosterone levels, which directly influence prostate health. Over time, a diet predominantly composed of these foods leads to a state of chronic inflammation, often contributes to weight gain, another risk factor, and fosters hormonal imbalances, all of which are significant risk factors for prostate enlargement. If your meals frequently come from packages and drive-thrus rather than from fresh, whole sources, your prostate may already be paying an unwelcome price. The fix: shift your dietary focus towards natural, anti-inflammatory foods. Prioritize leafy green vegetables, spinach, kale, colorful berries, blueberries, raspberries, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, and sources of healthy fats like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil. A healthy diet doesn't have to be bland or boring. It simply needs to be structured to protect and nourish your health, especially when it comes to safeguarding your prostate. Habit 6. Holding your urine for too long. The bladder strainer. We've all found ourselves in situations where we've had to hold in our pee. Perhaps we're too engrossed in an activity, too far from a restroom, or simply trying to avoid interrupting something important. While occasional instances are generally harmless, making a regular habit of delaying urination can silently inflict damage on your prostate. When you consistently hold urine in your bladder for extended periods, it causes the bladder walls to overstretch and strain. This excessive stretching and the increased internal pressure within the bladder push downwards, directly onto the prostate, which, as we know, sits right below it. Over time, this repeated mechanical stress creates irritation, inflammation, and can contribute to swelling in the prostate tissue. Seniors are often especially vulnerable to the negative effects of this habit because the muscles controlling both the bladder and the prostate naturally tend to weaken somewhat with age. Furthermore, habitually holding your urine can paradoxically lead to incomplete bladder emptying later on. When the bladder has been overstretched too often, it can lose some of its ability to contract effectively, leaving behind stagnant urine. This residual urine creates a perfect breeding environment for bacteria, potentially leading to urinary tract infections, UTIs, which can further irritate the prostate and may even exacerbate the enlargement of the gland. Not to mention, the physical discomfort and urgency associated with a constantly full bladder can significantly affect your sleep quality and overall mood. The fix: to protect your prostate, make a conscious effort to listen to your body's signals. Don't unnecessarily delay bathroom trips, especially if you're aiming for better sleep at night or trying to reduce nighttime urgency, nocturia. Cultivating the simple habit of going to the restroom when you first feel the need can significantly reduce the risk of long-term problems. Remember, your bladder and prostate function as a closely interconnected team. If one is under undue stress, the other inevitably feels the impact. Don't ignore nature's call. It's one of your body's most fundamental and effective defense mechanisms. Habit 5. Smoking or inhaling. Secondhand smoke, the toxic assailant. Smoking cigarettes is unequivocally one of the most detrimental habits for your overall health, and your prostate is certainly not spared from its toxic effects. Even consistently being around secondhand smoke can be significantly harmful. The thousands of chemicals present in cigarette smoke, including carcinogens, heavy metals, and irritants, wreak havoc throughout the body. They constrict blood vessels, thereby reducing vital blood flow to organs, including the prostate. This compromised circulation impairs the delivery of oxygen and nutrients and the removal of waste products, fostering an environment ripe for inflammation and damage to delicate tissues. Smoking also dramatically increases oxidative stress, a state where harmful free radicals overwhelm the body's antioxidant defenses. This impairs your body's natural ability to repair cellular damage, which, over time, can lead to chronic prostate inflammation, contribute to its enlargement, and even significantly elevate the risk of developing prostate cancer. For seniors, the cumulative damage from smoking or smoke exposure often adds up more rapidly and with greater consequence. The longer your body has been exposed to tobacco smoke, the more significant the toll on your prostate is likely to be. Smoking also depletes the levels of essential antioxidants in your body, such as vitamins C and E, weakening your natural defense system against prostate-related issues. Even if you successfully quit smoking years ago, regularly being in environments where others are smoking can still negatively affect your prostate health through passive inhalation. The fix. If you are currently smoking, the most powerful step you can take is to quit. Speak to your doctor about the various cessation aids and support systems available. These can include nicotine replacement therapies, medications, counseling, and natural therapies that can help you transition away from smoking safely and effectively. The health benefits of quitting begin almost immediately. Within weeks, your circulation starts to improve, systemic inflammation begins to decrease, and your prostate can embark on a path toward healing. If you've never smoked, make it an unwavering rule to avoid exposure to secondhand smoke as much as possible. This single decisive action can contribute years of better prostate health and fewer troublesome urinary symptoms. It's truly never too late to protect your body from the ravages of tobacco. Habit 4. Skipping regular health screenings. The missed opportunity. A common yet potentially perilous tendency among many men is to avoid visiting the doctor unless something feels distinctly wrong or overtly painful. This reactive approach to health, however, is particularly dangerous when it comes to prostate health, especially after the age of 60. The prostate gland can enlarge silently and gradually, often without causing any obvious symptoms in its early stages. Regular health screenings are paramount because they can help detect subtle problems early, long before they escalate into more serious or difficult-to-manage conditions. A simple annual checkup, which might include a discussion of urinary symptoms, a digital rectal exam, DRE, and potentially a prostate-specific antigen, PSA blood test, can reveal early signs of inflammation, infections, or abnormal growths that might not yet be causing noticeable pain or discomfort.